Hi, this is Robert Colquhoun, Director of International Campaigns for 40 Days for Life. And what a campaign we've had on the international sphere. Over 100 campaigns in 23 countries. That's not including Latin America, where we have a presence in almost every single country. So let me bring you a few snippets of testimonies from volunteers and leaders on the front line and a quick whistle stop tour of the world. We start in Modena in Italy, and we had this great good news from in front of the Clinico there, where abortions happen. One week at 11:30 a.m., a lady driving by almost stopped. She pulled down the window, almost screaming, "I was thinking of aborting, but thanking you that I didn't do it." The volunteers said, "We thank God for this testimony. Until now, we haven't had this experience." Well, in Hungary, one week, Janos Sekeli, the Catholic Bishop of Szombathely, prayed with the volunteers. He shared his wonderful thoughts on the protection of life. It was a very rainy day, and despite the continuous rain, they gathered in really great numbers. And in Budapest, in Hungary, they had a testimony of how the love of the Lord can, through prayer, touch a heart. A pregnant, hospitalized mother came outside to smoke cigarettes. She asked the volunteers to pray for her. She had depression, was waiting for a husband, and she was Lebanese, a husband from Israel. She would pray for healing from depression and freedom from addiction. A beautiful testimony of reaching out to a woman in need. We've had a first-time campaign in Port Macquarie in Australia. Brad and Steph Magano, tragically, their first child only lived for 73 days. They were offered an abortion, and this was what brought them into the pro-life movement, realizing the gravity of abortion, having been offered an abortion for their very own child who tragically lived for such a short period of time. But through that, they found immense meaning and purpose. And the full testimonies on our website, 40daysforlifeinternational.com. And so they said, we live in a regional town. We're witnessing, praying, and praising. The town's small. Some of the people are yelling at them from cars. People have been identified from their own family members as prayer volunteers, but they've had beautiful hours of prayer. People have called out about their abortions. They've been like a public confessional. They're offering it all up to God and praying for the vigils around the world. Keep you in prayers. In Melbourne, Australia, Kathy Clubb is a homeschooling mother of 14. She's been taken to court for her pro-life views. And they have to organise their campaign with prudence and faith because they've got a buffer zone, little chance of interacting with abortion-minded women directly. And they try to be a prayerful witness in a highly secularized culture and educate the general public about abortion, which is legal on demand for all 9 months. The abortion business has been in the news for all the wrong reasons there. String of medical crises and employee problems. A mother died there. They're being investigated by the health authorities. They're being sued by another woman for an ectopic pregnancy. As a result of the controversies, the abortions are no longer doing surgical abortions, but they are distributing the pill, the abortion pill. And so, while abortions are continuing, it's great, a blessing for them to be in the neighborhood. One of the volunteers said they've been praying for 14 years there, and the business inflicted an enormous amount of damage on the local community. And they continue to pray for healing and everyone involved in the conversion of doctors and staff as well. Well, in Lisbon and Portugal, beautiful story. Consent of the mother can share the photo of her girl. She's the pregnant one who suffered much. She asked for her prayers. Even at an advanced stage of pregnancy, she continued to be pressured to abort. She's now been supported by the baby's father, decided to go ahead with the pregnancy, asked that you continue to pray for her. Thanks to the good God and everyone's prayers, this woman who is in great suffering saw the light and is now at peace with her pregnancy. Glory be to the Lord. We're in the United Kingdom. We're facing national persecution with a national buffer zone law. Making thought crimes a reality in British law. And one of our local leaders, Alan Smith Connor, has been prosecuted for a thought crime. His story's gone viral nationally, also internationally, and now these cases have galvanized international media coverage, which has helped us reach the conscience of millions of people. So while we continue to be persecuted in the United Kingdom, there's still a wonderful opportunity for reaching out to others and also getting a huge amount of national and international media coverage. Glory be to so many great volunteers in the United Kingdom. Well, we had a mission trip to Holland also. Daniel Elka Khan began pioneering a first vigil in spectacular fashion in 2023. Baby was saved on the first day of the first campaign in 2023 in Arnhem. And a girl started to cry, walked out of the abortion centre, took her boyfriend out, and they hugged each other, obviously having made the decision not to continue with the abortion. This year in Heemstede near Amsterdam, volunteers were praying one morning for a pregnant woman from Kurdistan who attended the abortion centre with a relative. There's late-term abortions there up to 5 months, the busiest abortion centre in the country. And the team felt the gravity and the intensity of the late-term abortion heavily. And volunteers witnessed with a picture of Our Lady of Guadalupe there. There's 18 million people in the Netherlands and 18 abortion centres with 35,000 abortions nationally there. And they managed to distribute 35,000 leaflets in Holland. We're praying for a national campaign to develop as we continue to grow. We've seen many lives saved. To God be the glory. Thanks so much for listening. Back to you, Sean, and God bless you for listening. Please pray for our international leaders and campaigns. Thank you very much indeed.